Hi, good afternoon. My name is Reverend Susan Smith. I am a pastor and I am the founder of Crazy Faith Ministries here in Columbus, Ohio. And I'm here today with OSU student Stephania Costa and Navy veteran Michael Warner. And I'm here to say that we all pay taxes. One of the reasons that Donald Trump is a viable candidate is because he preys on people who haven't fully recovered from the Great Recession. He's really good at convincing them that he is this great businessman who can help them find a great job. Now we all know that he's not such a great businessman. He is a great con man though, and he is the man who probably paid zero taxes for a very long time, and that is very aggravating. Donald Trump says that that makes him smart, and I think that it makes him selfish. He clearly doesn't understand that we all of us have a civic responsibility to pay our fair share. We talk about the Constitution and patriotism, and in order to be a patriot, you really do need to do your share, do your part in making this society work. And he doesn't do that, apparently. And he doesn't understand, apparently, that those taxes that he's not paying improves our daily lives. It helps businesses transact transactions. It helps us to provide quality education to our students. It helps us to build an infrastructure. It keeps our roads going and our bridges going. And it helps to give medical care to our veterans when they return from serving our country. I'm a pastor, and I have been struggling with taxes for my whole pastoral life. And I still owe taxes, and I'm going to pay them. I'm going to pay them. But there's something that is definitely wrong when those of us on the bottom of the ladder are struggling to pay our taxes, and those of us on the top are getting away with not paying it. And I know it's legal, but just because it's legal doesn't make it right. A lot of things that are legal are not moral, and they're not right. I think I probably proportionally pay more taxes than Donald Trump, and there's something wrong with that. But I'm saying today, and we're saying today, that Donald Trump needs to pay his fair share. So I want you to hear today from two more taxpayers, Stephania on my left and Mr. Warner on my right. Neither one is a billionaire, but both of them are Americans who believe in this country. Stephania.
Hi, my name is Stephania Costa, and I'm a junior at The Ohio State University, and of course, I pay taxes. I read a New York Times article which reported that Donald Trump filed a nearly $1 billion business loss in the 1990s, which means that he likely has avoided paying federal taxes for most of my life. If it weren't for federal taxes, I probably would not be a student at Ohio State or be in the United States in general. I was born in Puerto Rico, and my father is an Army veteran, and he passed down to me the post 9/11 GI Bill, which gives educational benefits to service members who served after September 11, 2001, and can be passed down to family members. And the GI Bill is paid for by the Department of Veteran Affairs, which is funded by federal tax revenue. My first semester at Ohio State, I owed the school more than $13,000, but thanks to the GI Bill, I am debt-free, which isn't the case for most other students. All of my roommates, besides one who is also using the GI Bill, have received federal aid and grants, yet they still have to take out private student loans to pay for their schooling. And actually, there was a study that found that Ohio college students have an average debt load of more than $29,000, which means that Donald Trump's $916 million tax write-off could have ensured that more than 31,000 Ohio college graduates from the class of 2015 could have graduated debt-free. I know too many people who haven't gone to college because they can't afford it and can't get enough aid, and education should be a higher priority to the government, and more tax dollars should be put into it. And Donald Trump's taxes could have put millions of more dollars into not only education, but also health care or infrastructure. And tax revenue supports investments in our students and the economy, and it's time that we create policies that work for everyone and not just the wealthy.
Thank you. Mr. Warner.
Hi, I'm Michael Warner. I'm a veteran of the Navy. I have a little over 24 years in the submarine service. And yesterday, I was filling out my taxes requesting tax forgiveness. I spent the whole day doing it. And I didn't like it, but I did it, and I don't mind paying taxes. I don't mind paying taxes at all. I lived in a country for 9 years. I lived in Japan, where they have a national health care system, and it was, I lived in Japan. They don't have to worry about where they're going to get the money to pay for the heart surgery or the brain surgery. All they have to worry about is for the person's well-being who has the illness. Also want to mention Donald Trump said something about the folks returning from war that had PTSD, that his supporters in the room were strong, but indicated that the others that required help were probably weak, and that's just so far from the truth. I'm sure he did not mean to intentionally insult all these veterans, but he did. He insulted them out of ignorance, just like he insulted the Gold Star family out of ignorance.